Well, this is it. My Pipedream Sirius hardtail is finally built up and ready. I have been riding it already and it's pretty awesome, so let me get into detail with it. So it's really a pretty awesome frame. Why have I gone with steel and hardtail? Well, in terms of mountain biking, I'm really a beginner, so I didn't need that ultra high performance frame that has all the features for like high performance mountain biking. I basically built it up for fun and to have something, especially for the winter, because normally I'm a road cyclist. So in the winter I can enjoy like the road off season and have fun in the woods. However, I paid attention to some important features like tire clearance and also the geometry, which is pretty cool. It's pretty long, low and slack. The head tube angle. Let me get out my notes here because I don't have all the numbers of the geometry in my head, but the head angle is 65 degrees, which is pretty slack, so you can see that fork really sticking out really far, so that gives me nice stability when you go full gas over some loose ground. The seat angle is 77.5, which is pretty steep. The chainstays go from 425 to 441. We have those sliding dropouts and you can adjust them however you like. I have gone all the way forward now because this gives me a nice and agile rear end, nice to handle. Now I have built it up with those NV wheels. Those are 27.5 plus wheels. So we have a 2.8 inch rear tire and 2.6 front tire. We have 35 millimeter rim width, so pretty large. That nicely supports those fat tires. And wheels like this really make the bike feel as if it had really a rear suspension. They give really nice comfort. They are great with damping any bumps. So the riding experience since the beginning has really been amazing. Of course, for the long term, I'd like to build it up with 29-inch wheels, but for now we are riding those. Those are some shop wheels because I wouldn't be able to afford them myself. You know NV and you know their price tags. They are built up with 240S hubs, really nice rolling. Of course, I have a micro spline free hub body because the drivetrain is basically Shimano SLX 1x12 speed. You see that huge block in the rear, 10 to 51, and the SLX derailleur, which is pretty nice, I think. Especially the price performance ratio is pretty cool. It shifts really well. It has that clutch, of course. It is that shadow design, and also the cranks, I have to say, are pretty beautiful. A nice, like a brushed style finish to them. I've gone with the absolute black oval chain ring. A 28 tooth, so I can really tackle any climb, even if it's ultra steep. And we have such climbs here in Switzerland. The shifter from SLX is cool as well, but I would suggest that you go for the XT because basically you can shift down just one gear at a time. This is really a small detail, but it is cool to have. XT trail pedals, they go really well in my opinion. We have a kind shock left Integra. Really amazing dropper post. And brakes, we have the XTs, the previous generation, without the support here on the handlebars, but they do feel really stiff regardless of that. If you set them up properly, they really have a nice performance with some ergon grips. They are really cool. One of my favorites up until this point. XTR bottom bracket. I really suggest you get the always at the top, like the Durais or the XTR, because they are really affordable, and if you set them up nicely in terms of preload and you cut the thread and also you cut the paint, they will run forever and they will run really smoothly, so that's really cool. I've gone with 180 in the front, 180 in the rear, and that gives me basically plenty of brake power, all the braking power that I need, I think, up until this point. What could be an upgrade is a 4-piston brake. Probably will do that in the future because those are just some provisional brakes that I've mounted. This self-made chainstay protector made out of an old inner tube, which was pretty thick, so not a lightweight one. Basically just 2 zip ties securing it here and then wrapped it around. You could do this with a bar tape. I've seen some guys do it with bar tape. I don't know how it works, but this one seemed to work pretty fine. A cool little detail you see here, those are lizard skins bar ends for the road bars, for basically just the bar tape ends, but they fit really well with those ergon grips and this handlebar. The handlebar is a 35mm line from Bond Tracker. Pretty heavy, also the stem, but those are this is a provisional cockpit that will be updated in the future. Also, I like how this steel frame is built, the shapes and the cutouts. It's really nice. Now I'm not an expert of frame building, but I think this is really a thing of beauty here. You can head over to my Instagram page if you want to see more pictures of it. Of course, there will be more in the future. Thanks for checking out this video, and if you have any questions, leave them down below, and have yourselves a nice day.